Hi and welcome to another midlife hack. This one is all about fear and facing it. Something we're all probably getting a little bit used to at the moment, but this is relevant in all types of our life, not just the big fear things, but the just little everyday fear things that we come across. I know in the last week alone, just having to confront the wave of stuff that I had to learn and overcome from a technology point of view, just that was even to homeschool and sort of do some work things. Sometimes fear can have a positive and a negative effect on us, and that's what I want to talk about this hack today. Fear basically does three basic things to us. It can make us freeze, it can make us retreat, or it can push us forward. Now, obviously, in the face of a roaring lion, we want to retreat. But on the whole, a lot of our smaller fears that we face every day, like learning how to suddenly use technology we didn't have to before, or suddenly confronting having to homeschool, etc. Those are manageable fears, and what we really want to do in those situations is not freeze, because we'll just do nothing. We don't want to retreat and sort of hide under our duvets, despite the fact we might want to feel like that. We actually want to push forward. And there's three ways that we do that. The first thing we do is you first of all, you feel it. You acknowledge that you are feeling afraid. It's a basic thing, but a lot of us actually push it to the side. And until you confront it and feel it, you won't do anything about it. So feel that fear. It's a perfectly normal human response. You're not weak. You're not stupid if you feel fear. It's a valid experience and feeling. The second hack then, once you've felt it and understood that you are afraid, is to forward it, what I call forward it. So when I'm in a situation where I sometimes say I'm giving a talk, or I'm about to go and do an interview, or I'm maybe doing something, having an awkward conversation, I imagine myself at the end of that conversation. It's all done and dusted. Yes, you've had a few uncomfortable moments, but you're out the other side, and whatever is done, and now you just get to react to or respond to whatever the outcome is. Last week, just coming to terms with so much new technology, I just imagined myself working it, doing it, then you just have to go through and push through. And this was something Viktor Frankl, if anyone who's ever read this book, Man's Search for Meaning, fantastic. He's an Auschwitz survivor, amazing book. And he said the difference of those who survived Auschwitz and those who didn't were those who saw themselves in the future afterwards, who gave themselves a purpose at the other side. So forwarding yourself past the fear is one step to the third part of the hack, which is facing it, just pushing through it. Nelson Mandela, I think, famously said, courage is not the absence of fear, it's the triumph over it. And pushing yourself through that process of learning all these new apps, learning how to use Zoom media, learning how to homeschool. Of course we're uncomfortable, of course it makes us nervous, but feel the fear, acknowledge it, forward it, see yourself past the other side of it, and then face it, and you'll be much stronger for it. See you next time.